we're very lucky today to have Dawn Henshaw. She is with Enact MI. Used to be what? Genworth, right? We've been doing business with them for years, but she's got some new and exciting stuff to show us. So I'm going to do a share screen. Let me see. Okay, can you guys see that where it says home sweet home?
Not yet.
No.
It's a white blank screen.
Okay, let's try it again. Can you see that where it says home sweet home?
Yes.
Yes.
See it now.
Okay, so I've got all of your flyers pulled up here. So Dawn, take it away.
Okay, first and foremost, thank you guys for allowing me to jump on your call this morning. I do appreciate the opportunity to share our products and services with you and get to know you guys all a little bit better. So thank you for having me on the call. So a couple of the products that I want to highlight today are designed to help you grow your business. Both of the products are consumer direct. So the consumer is the one that benefits from the product, but I want to share with you ways that it can help you grow your business with your business partners, including your realtors, your builders, any other referral sources that you have. It's also a tool that you guys can use for your social media. I know, everybody's looking for content and ways to differentiate themselves in the market. So while this product is specifically designed for the consumer, there's a lot of different ideas that we can bounce around that you can utilize it to help you with your business or your business. Before I jump right in, I kind of want to back up just a minute. I know, Stephen, you said that this is a rookie call. So have all of you guys been in the business? Have any of you, how long have all of you guys been in the business? I want to just, I don't know, Stephen, if you can.
Yeah, so less than a year, except for me.
Okay, perfect. So the very first thing I want to share before we even jump into the products are, does everybody know what private mortgage insurance is? We refer to it as MI. And you can either shake your head or just say, yeah, skip that. We don't need a quick refresher. I don't see head shaking. So let me just give you a quick refresher. So private mortgage insurance protects the lender against the borrower going into default. When you have a loan that has less than 20% down and it's a conventional loan, you're going to be required to obtain PMI or MI, private mortgage insurance. Those are all the terms that are utilized. There's 6 companies, including ours, that do private mortgage insurance. So my goal today is obviously to give you some tools and some ideas to help Enact become your preferred MI provider. The other thing I want to share with you, and I'll share this at the end, is that mortgage insurance, unlike FHA and VA, which also has their version of mortgage insurance, can be canceled. So we are going to talk about how you can cancel private mortgage insurance as an additional, selling point when you're talking to your referral partner. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. That's why I'm here today. At the end of the day, I am looking for ways to strengthen our partnership and our relationship so that when you're choosing your MI partner, Enact is top of mind. Any comments or questions before we jump into the first product we're going to share? Okay, so Home Sweet Home is an exclusive Enact product that gives your borrowers the ability to take advantage of one of 3 offerings. And the way that your borrower qualifies for this offering is they have to need mortgage insurance, you have to choose Enact, and the loan has to close. So when all of those 3 things happen, the consumer is going to get a letter in the mail that's going to say something to the effect of, "Dear Mr. Borrower, because of the partnership between Enact Mortgage Insurance and Van Dyke Mortgage, we're offering you at no additional cost one of these three products. And the three products Stephen's got listed right there is an appliance home warranty. Just to give you a little bit about this product, it's $95 on a service call and up to $500 on the repair or replacement of one of the 6 major appliances. So your refrigerator, your range, microwave, your dishwasher, your washing machine or dryer. Those are the 6 appliances that are covered in this appliance warranty. The next one is the homeowner's insurance deductible reimbursement. This one is a 5-year offering up to $1,000 and potentially 2 occurrences per year. Now, I will caveat by saying if you have a consumer that has 2 homeowners insurance claims in a year, they're probably going to be searching for a provider. So they're going to have a little bit bigger issues than just getting $1,000 reimbursed from our provider. But that is what the offering allows them. So at the very least, you've got a borrower that has the potential to get up to $1,000 reimbursed because they have a homeowner's insurance claim in the first 5 years of their closing of their loan. And then the third one is the identity theft reimbursement and restoration counseling. And this product is up to $1 million on the cost to cure identity theft. So if you have somebody whose identity's been stolen, it's extremely costly to try and restore their credit, and that's what this offering provides, that $2 million in the restoration process. For me personally, the middle one, the homeowner's insurance deductible, is probably my favorite. It's kind of the biggest bang to the consumer. It also helps you when you're thinking about your borrower that maybe has some challenges with their DTI. If you, if maybe that borrower, gets a higher homeowner's insurance deductible, knowing that for the first 5 years, they're going to be able to get it reimbursed should they have a claim, it may give you another talking point with your borrower as far as helping get their ratios aligned. There is a second page to this flyer, and Stephen, you don't have to pull it up, but when he sends the hard copies to you guys electronically, all the details are outlined in here. So if you have any questions or if you want to peruse the product, by all means, take a look at it and feel free to ask questions. Now, I mentioned early on how you can use this with your referral partners. So if you're doing pitch presentations to your realtors, this is a great product to pitch. It differentiates you guys. It's something new, something fresh, something different to talk about. If you're looking for social media, you can take some blurbs from this, and because you're a participating lender in the Home Sweet Home product, you can share some of this information on your social media as a participating lender. You can talk about it with your builder referral. So you've got all kinds of ways you can take this product and as a participating lender, utilize it when you're having conversations with your referral partners to help you guys grow your business as well. Does anyone have any comments or questions before we jump over to the second exclusive Enact offering? Okay, Stephen, I think we're good. If you want to jump over to the home buyer privileges. That one. Keep going. Nope. One more. Next one. That next. There we go. Okay. So what home buyer privilege is this is also an exclusive product that Enact Mortgage Insurance offers to our partners that sign up for it. This program is up to $8,500. So $8,500 in coupons, discounts, rebates from over 300,000 local and national merchants. So this flyer right here gives you your specific code for Van Dyke. I would not just share these with anybody. So we have multiple different flyers that we can send to you guys. This one would be the flyer that I would give to your borrowers when you're ready to have them sign up for the program. Now, there's also a couple of really cool caveats about this program. This program, your loan does not have to have mortgage insurance. So if you have a borrower that's below 80, you have a borrower that's an FHA borrower, you have a borrower that's a VA borrower, this product can be used on any loan that you originate. So you have the ability to talk about this product with all of your borrowers. You can, when you're dealing with a borrower who's, providing you with, 3 estimates from 3 different lenders, and, you guys are really close and you're looking for just something else to share with them, this is something else that you can share with them. When they sign up for it, they're going to go into a website, they're going to put the participation code, they're going to put the homebuyer privileges ID, and then they're going to register. They have up to a year to take advantage of all the discounts and all the coupons to be on their mobile device. We know how consumers love whipping out their phone and getting all their coupons and what have you. So they'll have it all at their fingertips. So this product is also a really sweet product that enhances what you guys are offering to your referral partners and to your borrowers. The flyer to the right of this one, Stephen, right there, the top. So if you scroll down, this just shows you some examples of some of the participating retailers. So, I mean, you've got, Firestone, Fitbit, GE Appliances, Tires, Sam's Club, Office Depot. I mean, movie theaters, Walt Disney, Costco, Busch Gardens, Chili's. I mean, there's all kinds of, vendors that are on here, and this is just a few of them. So, it gives the consumer the opportunity to take advantage of some.
And this is open to any customer.
Correct. I mean, certainly our goal is that you do more conventional business as a result of it, but the retailers, want participation, and so we don't limit who is allowed to participate. On the Home Sweet Home product, since it is an exclusive MI only offering, that one is a little bit different. So you guys just need to keep clear in your head that homebuyer privileges, any of your borrowers, Home Sweet Home, only loans that have mortgage insurance with an act, and the loan has to close before they can take advantage of that.
Can I ask a question about this, about the home privilege? So you said that they have a year. Is that a year to sign up and then use the coupons, or it's a year total in order to use any of the coupons available?
Lauren, I'm not sure if they have a time frame from sign up. I'll do some research and find out about that. I know they have a year once they sign up, take advantage of all the discounts.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they have a limited time for sign up. So let me double check on that for you.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna say no, mainly because we don't track this per loan. So we're not the vendor. I mean, the homebuyer privileges isn't gonna know when the loans close.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do research just to double check, but I'm gonna say no. It's available to all of your borrowers.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries.
I have a question too.
Sure.
So you mentioned this home privilege can be given to any of the borrowers, regardless of whether they have MI or not.
Yes, ma'am.
So shall we treat it as a freebie to lure our customers that we have something which can help you save money?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way that, if you kind of look at all these vendors have
Right.
coupons and discounts that they send out all the time to consumers anyway. What we've basically done is packaged it up in a neat little place on their mobile device where they have the ability to have it at their fingertips, and you have the ability to get credit for it. So it's not like these aren't kind of ordinary and customary coupons and discounts that people have the ability to have access to. It's just the packaging of it. So yes, you absolutely can tell them that they're going to have program savings up to $8,500 because they
Got
can
it.
take advantage of all of them. So, you don't want to make it sound like you're going to get $8,500, but
Right.
coupons up too.
So is it okay if we sign up for this and play around with it and see what coupons are available and, so that we can talk more in detail to our customer? Is it okay to do that?
I mean, they tell us, not to do that, but you absolutely can do that.
Okay.
So I would just, I would say for you guys to go ahead and play around with it. I just wouldn't tell your realtor to sign up for it. I would keep it in the home buying, arena.
Right, because we
and
want it to sound special.
Right. Exactly.
Sure. And, for marketing wise, I mean, I would investigate and, see what the coupons are, see what the things are that like pods, is the thing that people use when they move. And you can use it for individual content postings by saying, we have a deal with pods, you get 10% off, and then we've teamed up with Norton's, um, whatever, the GE appliance store, so that you get 5% off or something like that. And then
Yeah, the only little thing
get
I
more
would caution,
mileage.
Stephen, the only thing I'd caution you on with that is that because the vendors can do what they want, they may change the percentage, they may drop off the program. So
Right.
I would just caution you, about being real specific, because we don't have any control over when they drop off, when they change their amounts, when they add. So that part is a little volatile. Because the vendors have to find value in giving this to us.
I understand.
So that would be the only caution, is I just wouldn't want you to be like, hey, you're going to get 10% off GE appliances, and then they drop off the program, or they go to 5% or whatever, and it gives you a hard time. So
I understand.
yeah, I would just be a little tiny bit cautious on that. But you can definitely say, that you all have access to this program due to your partnership with Enact. If you go back to that other flyer that we have, the first one that had the codes on it, keep going, right next to the one we're on, the one Enact HVP, that one. Yeah. When you scroll down, this flyer right here does have editable fields. So we don't per se co-brand or let this be a Van Dyke product, but you do have the ability to co-brand where you put your contact information. So when you're giving your borrower their code, it's going to refer them. They're going to know it's coming from you. It's going to know the partnership between Enact and Van Dyke is why they're.
Okay, that's awesome, Dawn. I love these two programs. All right, let's move on to talking about how to cancel a mortgage insurance. Very strange to sell a product that people don't want and want to cancel, but such is life.
Before we jump into cancellation, one really quick thing I want to say, and for some reason, Stephen, my clock's not showing up on my computer, so tell me if I'm out of time or where I'm landing.
Well, we got about 5 more minutes, and then I want to leave a few minutes for more time questions.
Okay, perfect. So, so before we jump into cancellation, let's talk about that what we consider to be a sweet spot for our lenders. We know that the realtor community, we know that consumers come to you and the very first thing they say is, I don't want mortgage insurance. And you say to them, you got to put 20% down. What I'm going to challenge you guys to do before you say you got to put 20% down, I'm going to challenge you to look at what it costs for your borrower to put 15% down. So that sweet spot between 15 and 20% is very advantageous for a lot of consumers. And the reason that I say that is because, remember, we protect the lender against the borrower going into default. So when a borrower is at 20 to 25%, it's a higher risk for the lender. And so they have additional costs in that 5% area. They have loan level pricing adjustments that the agencies inflict on them in that pricing arena. And when you go slightly above 20, but below 80, slightly above 80, but below 85, you no longer have the LLPAs, you no longer have the pricing hit, and the mortgage insurance is cancelable. And it's typically very inexpensive because it's for such a short period of time.
Especially, I sell this all the time. I sell 85% no MI all the time. And I just had one where it only cost 30 basis points. It was a 15-year, it only cost 30 basis points. I got a quarter better because of the LTV going to 85. So it virtually costs nothing to tell this borrower that they can do 85 no MI.
Yeah. Now, even if you do an 85 with MI, because I'm assuming, Stephen, that you must be doing a lender paid where you guys are paying for the MI, because there's not really an 85 no MI product out there.
Right. It's just
The
that we
lender
buy it out. We pay
Right.
for the buyout.
Right. But what I'll also encourage you guys to do, because your lender paid mortgage insurance is the most expensive mortgage insurance that's out there. So if you look at the borrower paid monthly mortgage insurance, keep in mind that it's cancelable. So they might have that, $20 monthly payment for a short period of time. So it's not like an FHA or a VA loan that when they have mortgage insurance, they have it for the life of the loan. They may only have it for a short period of time. So just keep that in mind, because it is a benefit, and it may even be more attractive than, you guys paying that 30 basis points, like you mentioned, Stephen, where the consumer finds it to be advantageous to get a lower interest rate and go ahead and pay the borrower paid monthly mortgage insurance for a shorter period of time. So just keep that as an option. May not, the 85 no MI may be the way to go, but it's just an additional option that you guys have available.
Okay, so you want to explain how they
So-
cancel the MI?
So let's talk about cancellation. So when you look at this flyer and scroll up just a little bit for me. So we're talking about a primary residence, single family borrower paid mortgage insurance. So this would not have to do with your lender paid. This would, be only the MI that the borrower pays for. There's basically two ways that mortgage insurance is going to cancel. There's an automatic termination, which means when the loan reaches 78% LTV through normal amortization, the loan automatically cancels. And that's due to the Homeowners Protection Act of 1998. And that is, every MI company does it. Every borrower is going to get their MI canceled when it reaches normal amortization. So that's not the one everybody has issues with. It's the other way. So you've got three additional circles here. Sorry, I can't see. Under that borrower requested cancellation bar, you've got canceling your MI based on the original LTV. So that's the scenario where, let's say you have a borrower who, because they didn't want a contingency, they're not selling their current home, and they sell it after they close on their new home, and they do a large principal reduction. Okay. So in that large principal reduction, they get the LTV below 80%, and now they want to cancel their mortgage insurance. If they're basing their LTV on the original LTV, they can cancel that MI with a borrower with a principal reduction just based on the principal reduction and the original loan amount. They don't have to have seasoning. They don't have to worry about a new appraisal. The lender, the investor, may want a certification that the value is still there, but there shouldn't be any additional cost in what we consider to be a principal reduction. And that's based on the original loan amount. The other two options that you'll see in the more green of the one is where the borrower is requesting that the mortgage insurance be canceled due to market appreciation. And this is the one where your borrowers had the home for 2 years, 2 to 5 years, whatever, and they get an appraisal that says their value is now, their value of their property is now higher, and they want to cancel their mortgage insurance because they're either at 75% LTV or 80% LTV. If it's at 75, the seasoning requirement is 2 to 5 years. If it's at 80%, it's greater than 5 years is a seasoning requirement before they're eligible to have their mortgage insurance canceled. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're talking to borrowers about getting their mortgage insurance canceled. If they're doing it because the market has appreciated, they're going to have a seasoning requirement. Does that make sense to everyone?
It does. And I know that different servicers are sometimes more generous. I've certainly had customers cancel their MI in less than 2 years. So it just depends on the servicer. I guess this is a worst case scenario.
Yeah, normally if they're canceling, it's because they've done some principal reduction versus market appreciation. Because
so last year in Georgia, we had 18% market appreciation.
Right.
Now, that's very, very rare, but they're projecting this year about 9%. So,
Right.
but
Yeah.
anyway, so that's great information. I can tell you that, you know, our system, you know, pulls everybody up automatically, but, you know, I like using an act because, on that single premium, they seem to be the lowest one all the time. And also, we have Dawn here who can answer questions.
Absolutely.
And I can tell you that, in my company's do you underwrite sometimes for us?
We do. You guys use delegated the majority of the time, but we do contract underwriting for you guys. So if you've got a loan that, you know, is a little more challenging, a lot of times it's around some challenges with the appraisal. That seems to be when we get your loans for non-delegated, compliance underwriting. And so we definitely, you know, do underwrite your loans. I have a very strong relationship with all of your ops people. You know, I talk to them on a regular basis. So, you know, that there is a good relationship there. The one thing that you mentioned, Stephen, that I'll just kind of reiterate is we know you guys are looking at all 6 semi providers when you're quoting. Don't always look at that first one, because sometimes we're tied. Sometimes we're only a couple dollars apart. And so it's my understanding, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's my understanding that when you pull the Optimal Blue quote, you're getting the lowest price is first on the left-hand side, but also whoever returns the quote the fastest is first. So let's say we're the same as the first person, but maybe our quote was 2 seconds slower than that first one. So we might be second or third. So just take a look at
You're
all of
absolutely
them.
right. So yeah, so I would urge everybody to use an act. I mean, if you're within 100th or 1,000th of a percent, it could be like $1 on the payment. You're better off to use an act, and that way, if the you know what hits the fan, we have Dawn to call, and a lot of times she can help us out. And
Yep.
specifically, I just had to deal with a funky appraisal, and rather than order a second appraisal, we sent it over to you guys, and you guys accepted it. So that really saved the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, those stories are definitely out there. I'm not going to say we approve every single one. So sometimes when there are some funky properties or funky values or whatever, they might not. But you know, it is a second pair of eyes, and it's just another way of, you know, possibly getting that loan approved. So thank you for sending it. And the only last thing I want to say, and we don't have to pull this up, Stephen, but I know you said you guys have a lot of people on here at this call that are new. So we do have an extensive training program on our website, and we actually have an 8-hour course that's designed for new to the industry. And we also have a 12-hour loan officer university course. Both of these courses have assessments, give you certificates, and allow you to work at your own pace. So there is a flyer, there it is. It outlines the different universities. I just highlighted the new to the industry and the loan officer university, but if you guys have any seasoned folks on your team, that underwriter university is a great course to take because that sort of hones in on what the underwriter's looking for. So it's just very, very good information. And I do believe that up there in one of those attachments, you have the instructions how to register to take advantage of our training on our website. If you have any questions, Stephen, I don't know if you're going to forward that email to your team, but
I am. I'm going to forward this. I do a follow up, and I'm going to forward it to everybody.
Perfect. So my contact information is in there. It'll have my email address and my phone number. I do my best to answer my calls when I can. You can feel free to text me if you have a quick question, but whatever works for you guys, I'm here to support you all and help you grow your business and ultimately help us grow ours.
Thank you, Dawn.
You're welcome.
We'll talk. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you later.
Perfect. I'm going to jump off. Take care. Bye, everybody.
Tell Amy I said hello.
I will. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, guys. So a lot of good information from Dawn and a couple of things. I mean, anything we can do to differentiate ourselves. and have talking points and content for posting is always a plus. Okay, so we're going to move pretty quickly here. Let's talk about BombBomb. Who has signed up? Ian, I'm not sure if you were on the call last time. Are you familiar with BombBomb? No. Okay, you're on mute, but I saw your lips. So, so BombBomb is a terrific video communication, and the best thing is they have a 14-day free trial. So I would definitely test it out. It's a way to make a video and embed the video in an email. They have a patent on being able to do that, and it makes it really cool. Have you seen those emails that Brian Lavelle does where he says, you know, this month's top 10 loan officers or whatever? Ian, okay. So Brian Lavelle every month sends out the Van Dyke top producers. And okay. So, all right. Well, anyway, that's he uses BombBomb. So, okay. So Adam, did you get a chance to play with it?
This week I've been pretty busy with loans, so I didn't get a chance to do a video.
Okay.
But I do use BombBomb. I sent like 4 or 5 videos to realtors that I made connections with over the weekend.
Awesome. And how did they respond to them? They like them or what?
Yeah, they love them. You know, it's a little bit different for them getting a video. I actually had one comment, "Hey, I can't believe you sent me a video." So.
And what percentage open the video?
100%.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah. So that's really terrific. And so Lauren, I saw yours and it was really good. Give me some ways, or so first of all, give me some people you could send these videos to.
Clients, realtors, you know, anybody that you're trying to make a connection with.
Okay.
Just be able to introduce yourself and, you know, give a little quick 60-second spiel and, you know, let that be that.
Right. And also, you know, I'm getting these emails every day with offering help. You can sign up and actually get one-on-one help for free. And because I'm a little slow, I think I'm going to do that next week. But Nidhi, I saw your video. So give me a couple of ways that you could use a video like this.
I can send it to my listing agent going forward, like for each of the borrowers, since it's a low numbers right now for me. I can make a video for each borrower and send it to the listing agent, n number of listing agents, right?
Yeah.
And then I can also send it to my realtor. Hey, I got to know that you have put an offer. So I'm just impromptu. When they just message me that we are putting an offer, I'll just send it to them too. Like, I got to know that you're putting an offer. That's so exciting. I'll go ahead and send the video to listing agent also, telling about the profile of the borrower. And then I'll send one video. I can send the video to the borrower too. That, hey, I got to know that you're putting an offer. I'm so excited for you. And I hope you win this bid or offer.
Okay. And so my opinion, and of course, you may disagree, is I feel like if you just have one piece of information, like, hey, the appraisal came in and it's good, you know, that's probably an email to type or a text to send. But if there's anything that needs any explanation, then I think the video really helps make the connection. Yeah, that's just my opinion. So I think that when you send out a cost estimate, you know, there's several questions I get all the time. And, you know, I think if you answer those questions, you know, why does the HOA fee show as part of the payment? Because I pay that separately. Or if I'm waiving escrows, how come you still show taxes and insurance? Or these kind of things that people ask all the time. What happens? I don't see I'm putting down earnest money. What happens to that money? You know, so there's about 4 or 5 that people ask all the time. And I think when you send the estimate, if you say something to the effect of, you know, on the bottom left, you know, you're going to see this, and on the bottom right, you're going to see that, you know, I think it'll make a better connection with them, and it might save you some time going back and forth with those questions.
Mhm.
As far as the strategies that they talk about number one, having an interesting thumbnail, because that's the thing that they see right away. So really the most interesting is if you're already talking and going, because when you see somebody talking and going, you're like, oh, wait a minute, you know, what are they saying? I got to see what they're saying. And then you click on it, right? Where do not have like a splash frame that says something like information for you about your loan. That's terrible. They may not click on it. So the other thing is, don't you agree that if you
No,
just
I
saw,
do totally.
if you just saw some words that say, here's an explanation of that form, you're like, whatever. But then if it's you talking, then they're very
Right.
curious. You
Right.
know, okay, always, you know, you want to give something of value. So that's why I was saying, like, something where you explain a little something or give them some information. And then you want to, at the end, you know, always remember to express gratitude. You know, we really appreciate your business, and, or you know, it was very kind of you to think of us, or something like that. So those are my advice, those points that I just made. And also, has anybody downloaded the app on their phone?
Yes,
I have, yes.
that's
It's
how I
free.
did my whole thing.
Oh, it's free. It's easy. I mean, it's literally, Ian, you got to check this out. It's literally easier to do a short video than to actually like type it out and send a text. So they've made it so super easy. Okay, moving right along, we had that interview with Rex Johnson. The interviewer was Kai McBride. He's a mortgage coach. I hate to use the word famous, but he's out there often. So did anybody watch the video?
I did.
Okay, you did, Adam. And you know, to tell you the truth, you know, I have mixed opinions about everything that he said, but he was talking about how to get offers accepted, or how to help your agents get offers accepted. And Nitty has made a contact with some real estate agents that we're going to go visit. And I think it's important that we can discuss some of these points. So Nitty, what did you pick up that were a couple of points that could help agents?
So I like the idea of cover letter, where you take the permission from your borrower that, can I say that your credit is this? Or maybe if I would have been that mortgage broker, I would not even ask my customer, and I'll just say in the cover letter that the credit is really excellent, or credit is good. His DTI ratio is this much. I like the idea of doing the cover letter, but at this point of time, in this crazy market, I don't think the realtors want to see that story. I would still rather stick to the original thing, that I call my listing agent and go through each item myself instead of putting a cover letter in the offer.
Correct. So, well, I mean, not correct. I mean, I agree. We don't really know. I mean, there's different opinions. So I thought he pushed the bounds a little bit by, you know, disclosing, and I don't like putting stuff, I don't like putting stuff in writing like that. You know, it's easier to have a conversation about that rather than put it in writing. You always have to dance that fine line, because you understand the seller wants to know that they're going to accept an offer for somebody that's well qualified, but at the same time, you have to protect their privacy. So really, we're only supposed to give generalizations like the borrower is well qualified, or the borrower has good credit, or, you know, high credit scores. Even if you mention the borrower has an 804 credit score, which certainly he'd be proud of and want to tell the world, that still is violating his privacy by disclosing his credit. And, you know, even saying he has $1 million in the bank is also breaching privacy. So
I watched that video with my husband was in the background, and most of you know that he's a real estate agent. And I was like, what? And then he started talking about compliance. And well, if you work for a company that has a lot of compliance, and I was like, this man. Yeah, I had
So-
my
Yeah.
opinions on it too.
Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't quite, up in arms, but yeah, that's just not my style. I'm a little bit more cautious. And so I think that if a real estate agent wants you to dig that deep, or the person's let's say you have a really high quality borrower. So you could say something, like, hey, listen, you've got a lot of money in the bank in high credit scores. Do you mind if I disclose that information to your real estate agent? And I feel more comfortable with that. And then they'll probably say, yes, we're trying to get this house. Tell them whatever you need to tell them. Then I would disclose that to the real estate agent because they're still like in the industry and a licensed professional. And then if they want to include it in their cover letter that the guy's got 1.2 million in the bank and an 804 credit score, then it's kind of like didn't come from me. Probably in the strictest legal sense, that's probably not going to clear me from going to jail, but at least a little bit, I want to put that ball in the agent's hand. So, okay, besides that, what was he talking about where what does he mean by infinite appraisal guarantee?
They're going to cover the amount that it doesn't appraise for. They're going to guarantee that 100% gap. Be it they're taking it from the the earnest or the down payment, or they have extra cash they can pull from to cover that amount.
So in my opinion, simply waiving the appraisal contingency, you've done that. Waiving the appraisal contingency means you got to come up with the money no matter what the home appraises for. So
Yep.
I think he kind of has that branded to sound, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a little bit more marketing, but that's basically all that infinite appraisal guarantee is. And it's a weird way to use the word infinite because you think of infinite as infinitely big, not if it comes in infinitely low. But
Yeah. That's what I thought when he mentioned the term. And then I was like, no, I have to listen to him again about this context. What does he mean by infinite? And it's as simple as waiving the contingency. That's it.
right. And really, anybody that puts down 20%, I tell them right away that they need to waive the appraisal contingency. In our market, Ian, are you still muted, or can you make? You can't make the sound work. Okay. So anyway, yeah, in our market, if they're putting 20% down, because if it comes in short, you realize if it comes in $10,000 short, they don't have to pay the difference. We just simply change it from a 80% loan to a 83% loan. So now you're talking about one point that he made is that, so explain this. So he said that, let's say they're buying a $400,000 house. Worst case scenario is it comes in at 360, right? 40,000 under sales price in an active market would be a little bit strange, but let's say that it does. He's saying that that borrower can now buy that house with an additional $4,000 and not have any additional to his payment. And he's correct. So how do you structure that? Adam, do you understand what he's doing?
Yeah, he's doing the single payout on the PMI.
Right.
Yeah.
So now the loan goes from 80% to 90%. When you run the MI, you see what the single premium is. The single premium is, 1.2 points, and that's $4,000. So for $4,000, they get the same payment, the same everything. They may rather pay the MI, which could be, $50 a month, but people have this this aversion to MI. They feel like it's a ripoff. I guess it is. I mean, if you have car insurance and you never have an accident, well, that was a ripoff too, right? So
I guess you run it for each scenario, right? You present it
Right.
both ways to them and let them make the decision.
right. So the single premium really works well if they have high credit scores. And remember, when you price a loan, the top bracket, what's the top bracket when you price a conventional loan, Lauren?
For credit score, 740. and above.
740, right. But MI doesn't work that way. MI is bracketed at 760, 780, 800. It will go all the way up. So there's not an exact table. They take the, you know, they use that black box technology to come up with a rate. So if it is a high credit score, that single premium might be the ticket. The other thing to keep in mind is, if you didn't know this, when you price out a loan, if the loan has MI, it's a quarter better in rate. Quarter better in price. So this works extremely well on 85 LTV high credit score deals. So if it's 85 LTV high credit score, that single premium, I just ran one, it was 30 basis points. Now, I get an extra 25 basis points by going from 80 to 85. And listen, if any of you guys, I don't care who your branch manager is, he's going to throw 5 basis points in the hat for you to get a deal. So that can be a really easy sell, and it can give you that differentiator. Besides the fact that now you're in trouble because of a low appraisal, just in upfront selling with other mortgage companies, sometimes I can give you that differentiator to say, hey, I know you're stretched to do 20, you know, why don't I just do the same deal at 85? And they're like, what? You can't do that. Talk to another lender. Well, you know, I'm going to pay the difference and I'm going to give you the same deal at 85. Okay. So, all right. So, the other trick that you can do is, and this is a little bit of a pain, but if the person has they're worried about the value, go ahead and get the address from the agent and put the address in instead of the TBD, and see if you get an appraisal waiver. If you get an appraisal waiver and run it both DU and LP, if you get an appraisal waiver, then you're a friggin' hero. You own that deal. You don't have anything to worry about. You can say, and you don't even have to tell them. You can say, listen, I talked to the underwriter and we're going to waive that appraisal on that deal. And they'll be like, what? Yeah. So that takes all the fear away, because now they can do whatever loan they want, the 20% down, and they don't have to worry about MI or coming in low or having any stress about the situation at all. Now, if that deal doesn't work out and they're still shopping, then you're going to have to create a new loan file, because having that address is one of the 6 things that triggers you have an active loan file. So you would have to withdraw it and redo it. And after the 3rd time, then Jessica will get mad at you. But anyway, she'll do it if she knows that you're trying to win the deal. Okay, so that's basically all the advice that I have. Anything else about his talk that you thought was good or bad? No? Okay. Okay, well, I have figured out how to get to Tim's video. And hey, we lost somebody because there's 7 instead. Oh, we lost Dawn. So I figured out a way to get to Tim's video. So we're going to do a short. He's so sneaky, he has 2 Facebook accounts and they're both Tim Hart. So that's why I couldn't find the video, but I figured it out. Okay, so we're going to do a very quick abbreviated 5 questions instead of 10. And we're going to watch his little video for 4 minutes, which I think is terrific. I've seen it 3 times. Okay. So BombBomb says, question 1, BombBomb says that when you do an intro video, you should practice EVA. What is EVA? Lauren?
Empathy, value, and action.
That's exactly right. So as an example, you say empathy. So I understand how crazy the market is. Boom. Value, here's what we can do for you, or here's something, depending on whether the borrower came through you or came through the agent, you know, you can give them a little information about the borrower. And then action, if there's nothing that you need the agent to do, then you can simply say, you know, please don't hesitate to call me if you have any questions. Also, I don't know if you got this far with BombBomb, but there's a little action button at the bottom. Did you know you could put an like click here to go there? I don't know exactly how it works, but I just saw that there's some kind of button. So I'm going to learn about that, and we're going to talk about it next time. Okay. So in advertising in general, what does the term CTA mean? Does anybody know? Okay, so CTA means call to action. And whenever you send out this video, it's good that, and that's what that little button is for, is to have a call to action if you need the borrower to do something. So after you explain something, then you can say, please e-sign it right away. Or, you know, and like I said, if there is no call to action, it's purely informational, then please don't hesitate to call me. Anyway, call to action is something that's good to put in just about all advertising, unless you're just doing a funny post with your kids on Facebook. It doesn't matter. Okay. So we talked about doing that single premium MI. What are the things that can cause that to be more expensive, or what goes into the pricing? Sometimes you pull it, it's 30 bips, sometimes 50, sometimes it's 60. So Adam, how do they price that in general?
Amount of the loan, loan to value, credit score. Those are the three that I know.
Right. So the LTV and the credit score, and also there's some nuances. If the debt ratio is over 45, they're going to ding you a little bit. If it's a condo, they're going to ding you a little bit. But that's what goes into it. And that's why you really have to run it. So if you run one and you say, oh yeah, I know this is 55 basis points to wait, it's not going to be 55 every time. It's going to be a different number every time. So you just need to check it out and run it through. And does everybody know that when you run it through the Optimal Blue pricing, there's like a little button that says MI? It's basically blue. Okay, when you run pricing in Optimal Blue, on that line item, there is a button, that little square button that is blue, and it says MI. If you click on that, it'll run them all for you at the same time, and it's super convenient. Okay. So here's a couple fun ones. Does anybody listen to podcasts? Okay, give me one podcast you listen to, Lauren.
Smartless.
What is that?
It's three actors, you know, like Jason Bateman and Will Arnett. And they do a podcast and they interview people and they're hysterical. So anything that makes me laugh, I'll listen to all day.
I like it. I like it. So you need to put like positive thoughts and happy thoughts in your brain, especially being in this business. Anything about any podcast about business?
I mean, I've listened to some of the Gary Vaynerchuk stuff that you sent us, you know, back when we first started, stuff like that. So, but I don't know, I need something. I can't make it business all the time in the car.
I totally get it. Adam, any podcasts you listen to on a regular basis?
True crime. And then
Okay.
I also listen to one that's it's a business profile. It's called It's Just Coffee.
Okay.
So it's just a profile on different businesses in the area. It's like a 15-minute, 20-minute conversation they have about what those businesses do and what they're doing as far as giving back to the community.
Wow. And and that's local?
It's local, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that begs the question, is there any way you could get on there?
I probably could. It was started by our church, actually. So
yeah, I would definitely pursue that. That's terrific. Nidhi, any podcasts you listen to? No,
I want to. That is on my to-do list, but I'm just not motivated enough to listen to the podcast. I always open and then I'm like, no, I don't want to. And then I want to.
Well,
I always wanted to do videos, but I couldn't. Now I am all into videos. So I'm hoping I will be in podcasts.
All right, we're going to talk about that later. I mean, you got to find a good one. I mean, there's so many, and there's so many good ones that, if the guy, if you don't like his voice or whatever, you just pick another one. So Miles, any podcasts you listen to?
I do. One that y'all might know is Andy Frisella podcast. He's kind of an entrepreneur businessman, and he also has like a health thing, or like a fitness challenge. And then I also listen to two other like health podcasts from time to time. I kind of switch it up.
Awesome. Joyce, any podcasts you listen to? Okay, last question. Who's on my Gary B book club? Okay, so what is the next chapter we're gonna do? Adam, what's the next chapter? That was a simple question.
It is a simple question. I haven't looked that far ahead yet.
That's right. Mark,
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
Curiosity. Adam, aren't you curious to know?
I
Okay,
am very curious.
okay. So we're gonna watch this video, and I know you're gonna like it. Hold on. I'm once again challenged here. Let's see. All right. Do you see? What do you see?
A
White screen.
It's, yeah.
Screen, yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. All right, you see a girl at a copy machine?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
now we.
Okay, in 2019, way back when, Van Dyke had a contest for production in the fourth quarter of the year. And Tim did this funny video, and he's a big football fan, and he actually got his high school football coach to help him. Okay. So turn the volume up. I got this guy. Can you hear that guy with the leaf blower outside my door? No? Okay.
No.
Good.
We can't hear it, Stephen.
Oh, God. Hold on. I mean, one day I'll figure this out. Then you got to go and say,
All I see
share.
is him
Share
in
computer
a
audio.
football.
Okay.
uniform.
Okay, let me try it again.
He just came in from Duluth. Can you sign
Let
this
me
form?
try again. Okay.
So first, Tim found out that he's the #1 loan officer in the state of Florida and #2 in the country for the first 3 quarters of the year. And then Van Dyke announced this football competition. Hey, he just came in from Duluth. Can you sign these for me?
Oh yeah, sure, no problem.
He's been taking it pretty seriously.
Okay guys, so look, we've had a great year so far. Okay, we're going into the fourth quarter. To recap, going through 3 quarters, we are #1 in the state and #2 in the country. Van Dyke Mortgage is going to have a fourth quarter competition. You know I'm competitive. I want to win it. To do that, I'm bringing in someone that I think will take us to the top.
You know what? I've known Tim for a long time, and I think with some hard work, he can crush it. He crushed it in the first quarter. Second quarter came around, he did the same thing. He went after it, and he got on him, and he did a great job. Third quarter came around, and look, he blew it out of the water. Now he's first in the state, second in the nation. Are you kidding me? Fourth quarter is going to be an easy job, and I know he can do it.
Okay, so here's the play that we drew out. Right here, quarterback, that's the realtor. The realtor has an option here to pitch over to another lender or to hand it off to us. We want him to hand it off to us. I'm going to take this ball, the borrower, and we're going to push it through this hole. Karen, Donna, you guys are going to break open the hole, and we're going to take the loan to pay dirt, which is a touchdown, a closed loan. Any questions?
I have a question.
Donna.
Why are you wearing a football helmet and shoulder pads?
Well, Donna, I got a better question for you. Why are you not wearing a football helmet and shoulder pads?
He's also wearing cleats.
All right, Tim, get the knees up. Before we start making these calls, we got to get the blood pumping. What's the minimum down on an FHA loan?
3.5%!
What's the maximum LTV on a conventional loan?
97%!
What do we do?
Close loans!
What do we do?
Close loans!
What do you think we are, Bank of America? What do we do?
Close loans!
Go get some water. Hey, Karen, how'd that application go?
Very good. His scores are excellent. Just waiting on his Schedule C tax information because he's self-employed.
Can you request a Schedule I form too?
What's a Schedule I?
It's a Schedule. I don't want any more excuses!
This competition is getting pretty intense.
All right, Tim, time to start making those calls.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I was taking my helmet off.
You never take your helmet off during battle. And don't be fooled. This is battle.
Okay, buddy.
Buddy?
Coach. Sorry, Coach. Let's do this.
Great job, Hart. I think you're finally ready to take on the fourth quarter.
Thanks, Coach. We're fired up. I appreciate it. With your leadership and coaching, we should win the fourth quarter.
Yeah, just don't blow it.
Okay. Words to live by. Thanks, Coach.
Walk me out.
Oh, you got it. Let's go.
Are we supposed to be doing something here?
Fourth quarter. 4 fingers. You hold up 4 fingers for the fourth quarter. We're getting ready for the fourth quarter. Oh, yeah. All right. Good job. Bring it in. Come on. Bring it in. Branch 453 style. Branch 453 style. What is the fourth quarter?
Fourth quarter.
Ashley, I say what is the fourth quarter. You say our quarter, right? What is the fourth quarter?
Our quarter.
What is fourth quarter?
Our quarter.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
This is wow.
It's
What did you
amazing.
guys think?
So good. Especially because it's really filmed just like The Office, and I love The Office. So it's wonderful.
I thought it was hysterical. So that is a 10 out of 10 on the video scale. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys. Well, have a great weekend, and I'll send you my notes over the weekend, and we'll see you next week. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.